Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor Chibuna. I'm a real estate consultant resident here in Nigeria, and as you all know, I created this YouTube channel to keep us educated on the right investment dynamics in the real estate market here in Nigeria. And on today's episode, I'll be talking about the paradox of cheap lands. The paradox of cheap lands and why your unhealthy obsession for cheap lands in certain locations in Nigeria will keep making you fall for scammers. My topic once again is the paradox of cheap lands and why your unhealthy obsession for cheap lands in certain locations in Nigeria will keep making you fall for scammers. Firstly, I'll be beginning this episode by telling us a very brief story. Okay, the head office of my real estate company is in Owerri, Imo State, Nigeria. And just opposite my business office in Owerri, Imo State, Nigeria, there happened to be a property that was put up for sale some months ago. The property was put up for sale, and somehow, a Nigerian in diaspora bought into that property. I was not involved in the transaction. It's just I got to know because the property is just opposite my business office in Owerri, Imo State, Nigeria. So, as the property was put up for sale in some couple of months, a Nigerian in diaspora made payment for the property. A Nigerian in diaspora bought the property, and when he bought the property through a member of his family, either his dad or his sibling, as I heard. So I wouldn't know what could have been involved in the transaction, but somewhere along the line, according to the information I got, the deal was closed and the Nigerian diaspora got the property. And then around May this year, that's if you're listening to this in 2023, it's around May 2023, he started up the project, the building project, May 2023. And as at now, the property is on its second deck, and he started building a warehousing and store complex. So if you see, the project was on a very fast pace, very fast. You can imagine a project that started May this year getting to its second decade already, as this is August. Suddenly, a property that was on a very fast pace came to a halt. They stopped development, they stopped building. For over 2 weeks, I was surprised. Upon probing, I was made to realize that they bought the property at a very cheap rate from the wrong owner. Like, the person who sold the property to the Nigerian in diaspora was not the real owner of the property. He wasn't the real owner of the property. How did this come to light? The real owners of the property came around, that's at the first week of July this year, to take charge of their property, because I was made to understand that they wanted to begin, that's the main owners of the property wanted to begin development, but on coming to their site, they realized that development had already gone. They were surprised. Who is raising this property in our land? And somehow that was where the issue began. And it became, as I probed further, I realized that the property was They bought the property very, very cheap from scammers, who are not the real owners of the property. You see, scenarios like these are consistent in the Nigerian real estate market. We keep seeing it every day. We just keep seeing it. And the problem is that a whole lot of people keep falling for scammers because of desperation, greed, and lack of knowledge. One of the things every interested investor must understand or must know before investing in Nigeria is that majority of real estate agents don't have knowledge. Majority of real estate agents don't have knowledge. And they are always preoccupied with the commissions they stand to gain on every real estate transaction. So if you want to get a property, if you want to buy a property, and the first thing that comes to your mind is getting in contact with an unschooled real estate agent, you might be making a mistake. It's important that you realize the place of a real estate consultant who is experienced and knowledgeable on the field. It's very important. You don't just meet any random agent, because a random agent does not know a good property. A random agent does not know a bad property. All he or she is preoccupied with is what he or she stands to gain at the close of every deal. You get this? So you need to be careful. You need to tread with caution. That the property is too cheap is not the reason you should put your money into it. That the property is on a distress sale is not. You need to be very careful to look before you leap. You need to be very careful to look before you leap. You need to be very careful so that you don't waste your hard-earned money because of ignorance. You don't waste your hard-earned money and bury it in a wrong real estate investment decision. I wrote out some details that every interested investor must take note of. I'm going to be listing them out, some details that every interested real estate investor must take note of before delving into investing in the booming Nigerian real estate market. One of them is this: prices vary with respect to location. Prices vary with respect to location. If you don't understand this, you will fall for cheap land. There are certain locations in Nigeria that you can never buy, that can never be cheap. There are many locations. If a land is too cheap in a densely populated and built up area, if a land or any property at all is too cheap in a densely populated area, there could be, or rather, there is a problem. If a land is too cheap in a densely populated area, there could be, or rather, there is a problem. Taking for example, here in Abuja, there are places where you'll be getting a plot of land sized 465 square meters at 500 million. I'm not joking with you. There are locations within Abuja, Nigeria, where you'll be getting just a plot sized 465 square meters at 500 million naira. And there are still locations in Abuja, Nigeria, where you'll be getting a plot sized same 465 square meters at 3 million naira. You can see the gap, you can see the difference. You can't go to locations like Maitama and be looking to see a property and be looking to see a plot size of just one plot of 465 square meters at even 50 million naira. If you see any at 50 million naira, you just wasted your money. That was a clear scam. You can't even sell it. You can't even buy a plot there on a distress sale at that amount, because properties in those locations are very expensive. Same with many premium locations within Abuja. I believe you understood this. This is going to guide you, because there are locations you don't expect to buy cheap. It had been better you use your money to eat. It had been better you use your money to eat than waste your hard-earned money on an investment because it's too cheap. On an investment that after investing in, you're going to begin to cry. You're going to shed bitter tears for chunks of money lost. You must be careful. You must be very careful. Don't always fall for distress sales. Don't always fall for distress sales. Look before you leap. Look before you leap. And one thing every interested investor must take note of is that he or she, you at every point in time, must invest in your level. Invest in your level per time. Invest in your level per time. Invest in your level per time. Invest, I will emphasize this again and again. Invest in your level per time. There is no bush in real estate. There is no place. Every bush is a potential city. Every bush. You must come to terms with this. If you know that you cannot afford to get a property in premium locations, go to the bush. Go to the outskirts locations. You'll see affordable properties that will experience development in few years to come. Don't just waste your money out of excitement and begin to shed bitter tears at the end. Invest in your level per time. And another thing, make sure you invest intelligently. Be properly guided. I'll be ending this video by saying something very important to you. Dear interested Nigerian investor, you need the services of an experienced real estate consultant. You will need the services of an experienced real estate consultant. An experienced real estate consultant knows and understands environment in the Nigerian real estate market. They understand environment. They will help you navigate the tough investment terrain. They will help you. They know locations that are not cheap. An experienced real estate consultant knows locations that are premium locations and are cheap locations, and will guide you will always give you the best investment advice. You need to be very careful with this. If you don't want to seek the guide of a real estate consultant, you can as well maybe speak with a lawyer who understands real estate. You must understand that every lawyer does not understand real estate transactions in Nigeria. They have their different specialties. They have their different areas of interest. And if you must seek advice, you must seek advice from an experienced Nigerian real estate or property lawyer. Another thing you must take note of is that you be at an advantage if you seek advice from not just a real estate lawyer, but a real estate lawyer who is exposed to real estate transactions. A real estate lawyer who is in the field. Who is in the field really, because it's only a real estate lawyer that's in the field that will understand the environment and investment dynamics. I believe this is clear enough. So don't make any hasty investment decision. And two, I'm going to make another video. You don't wake up one morning and begin to ask a family member of yours investment questions. It doesn't make sense. If he or she is not a real estate consultant, he is not the best person. He or she is not the best person to receive investment advice from. If you must invest, seek the guidance of an experienced real estate consultant. I believe I was able to drive home some important points to you on the course of this video. Thank you so much for watching till the end. And once again, my name is Victor Chibana. I'm a real estate consultant resident in Nigeria, and I'm very passionate about guiding interested real estate investors in Nigeria on how to make safe and sustainable investment decisions in the booming Nigerian real estate market. And I will encourage you to like, to subscribe, and to stay connected by turning on your notification bell on this channel so that you can stay consistently updated with our content on this channel. Thank you so much for watching the video to the end. And once again, please like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell so that you can stay updated with our weekly content on this channel. Thank you so much. And if you are interested in making investment decisions within Nigeria, you can as well reach out to me on the number right up here on top of your screen, so that you can reach out to me directly on a phone call or on WhatsApp. I am here to insist that you make the right investment decisions in the booming Nigerian real estate market. If you need lands, if you want to buy properties, you can always reach out. I have the best products for you in the market. Thank you so much, and bye for now. Please like, subscribe, engage. Leave a comment on the comment section and let me know how educative this video was to you. Thank you so much, and bye for now.